How do you pick the right embroidery thread? Or is this something you've struggled with too? Hello my friends, welcome back to By TV channel. I'm Shakira. In this episode, we are diving into some super useful tips for choosing the perfect embroidery thread. By the end, you will have a fantastic roadmap for selecting the ideal threads for all your creative projects. Now let's talk about 9 tips on choosing embroidery thread. Number 1. Choose the right material of embroidery thread. Thread material is probably the first thing that comes to mind for many people. Different materials of embroidery thread have their own characteristics and are suitable for different fabrics, so you need to make your choice according to your embroidery project. The 3 most common threads used by embroiders are cotton, rayon, and polyester, while wool, silk, and metallic threads are also often used for embroidery. 1. Cotton thread. Currently, cotton thread is the most popular among beginners because it is available in over 400 colors and is easy to work with. Cotton thread is also popular with old-fashioned embroiders because its colors are usually matte, and the finished product embroidered with it is weak in gloss and comes with a vintage, nostalgic feel. Indeed, cotton thread is soft, durable, and can fit well on the surface of the fabric, so it's a great material for embroidery and is suitable for most embroidery projects. The finished product made of cotton thread is soft and comfortable to wear, as well as being moisture absorbent and breathable, easy to iron, and less likely to attract dust, making it ideal for children's clothing and sportswear. But it's worth noting that cotton thread has some drawbacks. It's often not as strong, lacks elasticity, and wrinkles easily. 2. Polyester thread. Polyester threads are threads spun from polyester fibers that are highly abrasion resistant and durable, not easy to wear and break, so they are ideal for items that need to meet durability, such as outdoor products and sports equipment. Polyester thread can withstand chemicals and is easier to clean when stained with grease, so it is very well suited for clothing and fabrics that are prone to getting stained, such as the work clothes for catering industry. In addition, polyester embroidery thread will not fade even after many washes, so it is also widely used for fabrics like towels that need to be washed frequently. By the way, embroidery beginners prefer polyester thread because they are generally tougher, so that can withstand greater tensile strength, support the high intensity of the embroidery machine, and effectively reducing the frequency of thread breakage. As a synthetic fiber, polyester thread is not breathable. Polyester thread is prone to static electricity, which tends to attract dust and impurities. 3. Rayon thread. Rayon is an artificially synthesized silk thread through chemical methods, invented to replace natural silk, so it has some of the characteristics of natural silk: soft, lustrous, and can be dyed to obtain a rich selection of colors. However, rayon fades easily when exposed to sunlight or frequently washed, so it is more suitable for application as decorative fabric and is generally not used for bedding. In addition, rayon thread, like polyester, usually has good strength and elongation properties and does not break easily. 4. Wool thread. Wool thread is most used in knitted garments. It has a velvety, soft texture, making the work more delicate and softer. At the same time, wool thread has good coverage, which can cover the basic fabric well and create lovely 3D effect. Due to the warmth of wool thread, it is also very suitable for the application of winter clothes. However, wool thread is generally thicker and less suitable for embroidery work that requires detail, and embroidery using wool thread is more prone to peeling because of the roughness of the fibers. 5. Silk thread. Silk thread is unique embroidery thread with delicate texture and distinctive luster, adding a sense of nobility and sophistication. The soft and smooth fibers make it suitable for highly detailed embroidery, which can express the 3-dimensionality in great details. Therefore, silk thread is ideal for embroidery projects that requires a luxury effect. However, the soft fibers of silk thread are prone to knotting during the embroidery process, so it is more demanding on embroidery skills and unsuitable for embroidery beginners. 6. Metallic thread. Metallic thread is not uncommonly used in embroidery, mainly because of its ability to add a unique texture and sheen to embroidered piece, the more ornate and eye-catching. It is often used to embroider ornate garments and accessories, such as wedding dresses and gowns. It is also widely used to embroider upholstery, such as tapestries and pillows, adding a luxurious and artistic touch to the home space. Metallic threads are usually thin and hard, They are prone to breaking during the embroidery process, so they are unsuitable for complex embroidery work. In addition, the use of metallic thread requires embroidery skill and experience, so it is difficult for beginners to master. 7. Other threads. In addition to the common ones mentioned above, there are also some ones made of special materials, such as color-changing thread, glow-in-the-dark thread, reflective embroidery thread, etc. Usually, these are used to meet some specific needs, generally will not be used. Here will not be too much elaboration. If you need to know more about the relevant content, feel free to contact us. Number 2. Choose the right weight of embroidery thread. Thread weight is another headache for beginners. Although we always see the numbers on the spool or on the packages, the truth is that many people don't understand what these numbers mean. The most common unit of weight for embroidery thread is WT, which is based on the length of a gram of thread. If a gram of thread is 30 meters long, then it is 30 WT of thread. So it's not hard to understand that the bigger the number, the thinner the thread. The weight of the thread is easy to choose. The most commonly used are 40 WT and 60 WT. If there are no special requirements, these two weights of embroidery thread will be enough for your daily embroidery use. Mostly, embroiderers prefer 40 WT thread, but if there are elaborate details or small fonts in your design, then 60 WT will be more suitable. The weight of the embroidery thread needs to be chosen according to your embroidery project. It's really simple. The fabric heavier, the thread needs to be thicker. So if you need to embroider heavier fabric, then use heavier embroidery thread. And if you need to embroider lighter fabric, then use lighter embroidery thread. Number 3. Choose the right specification of embroidery thread. The specification of embroidery thread is indicated by the thickness of the thread and the number of strands. Taking 120D per 2 as an example, 120D indicates the thickness of the thread, and 2 indicates the number of strands. Here, the D indicating the thickness refers to the gram weight of 9,000 meters of thread. So 120D thread means 9,000 meters of thread weighing 120 grams. The larger the number in front of D, the thicker the embroidery thread. And conversely, the smaller the number in front of D, the thinner the embroidery thread. The general specification of embroidery thread are 150D per 2, 120D per 2, 108D per 2, 75D per 2, and so on. The most commonly used sizes are 120D per 2 rayon thread, 180D per 2 polyester thread, 150D per 2 specialty thread. Here is a tip. Different specifications of thread need to be used with right needle. If you want to know how to choose the right needle, then you can find the answer in our blog, How to Choose the Right Embroidery Needles for Your Project. Number 4. Choose the right colors of embroidery thread. Color of the embroidery thread is a truly critical factor when it comes to the success and overall impact of your projects. It is likely to ruin a good design when using wrong colors. There are so many colors of embroidery threads that it is not easy to pick them, and it is even more difficult to pick those colors that look very similar to each other. So you'd better pick your colors scientifically and don't trust your vision and feelings too much. The vast majority of embroidery thread manufacturers have a color chart that lists the various colors available. If not, you can go to the store and purchase a color chart, which will help you find the color you want more accurately and quickly. By the way, never forget to consider the base color of the fabric you are embroidering. You may end up with a very disappointing result if you choose to embroider in a color that does not match the base color of the fabric. Number 5. Consider the quality of embroidery thread. The quality of the embroidery thread is very important. It can easily lead to some faults, such as birds nesting and broken thread, if you use poor quality embroidery thread. These faults will make the embroidery process very painful, or even lead to the failure of the embroidery. So make sure you check the quality when you are selecting embroidery thread. Here are some tips. 1. Observe the appearance. Thread without quality problems should look neat, shiny, and should be free of burrs and breaks. In addition, the thread should be full and even in color, and there shouldn't be any noticeable color difference. 2. Test the tensile strength. Embroidery thread of good quality should have some elasticity and won't break easily, so you have to try to pull the thread. 3. Test the feel. Smooth and delicate to the touch of the thread is better. You can roughly judge by the feel of the thread quality in the selection. Number 6. Consider the matching of bobbin thread and top thread. One thing you need to be aware of is that embroidery threads are categorized into top thread and bobbin thread depending on their use. When embroidering, two strings of thread, the top thread and the bobbin thread, are embroidered on the fabric at the same time, with the top thread exposed and the bobbin thread on the back. Normally, the bobbin thread will not be visible, but the bobbin thread will appear on the front side of the embroidery if the tension of the top thread is too high or the tension of the bobbin thread is too low. Therefore, it is recommended that you use a bobbin thread of the same color as the top thread, so that it will not look obvious, even if there is a situation where the bobbin thread is pulled out, effectively reducing the possibility of embroidery failure. Also, the bobbin thread is usually thinner than the top thread when using a computerized embroidery machine. This is to make the embroidered back thinner and lighter and to make the machine run better. For example, a 40 WT top thread is paired with a 60 WT bobbin thread, and a 60 WT top thread is paired with a thinner 90 WT bobbin thread. Number 7. Learn about the brands of embroidery thread. Usually, choosing embroidery thread from a well-known brand ensures higher quality and consistency. Here I am recommending a few brands for you, and they are all good choices. 1. DMC. Many embroiderers are not unfamiliar with it, as it is really well-known. DMC was founded by a French company in 1746 and is one of the most well-known brands of the embroidery thread in the world. DMC is widely acclaimed and loved by embroiderers for their rich color choices, high quality, and wide range of applicability. Among many types of it, the most commonly used and recommended is its cotton thread series. 2. Madeira. Madeira is a brand from Germany known for its high quality. Like DMC, it is also an internationally renowned embroidery thread brand. It has excellent gloss, bright colors, and resistance to fading. The most famous of Madeira embroidery thread are rayon and polyester threads. Many embroidery lovers and professional embroiderers consider it as go-to option. 3. Polin. Besides the two international brands recommended above, I would also like to recommend our own brand, Polin. Polin offers a rich selection of embroidery thread colors and materials, catering to your diverse embroidery needs and offering exceptional value for money. Look no further than Polin threads if you are seeking high quality at an affordable price. While Polin may not be as well known as the top two brands, you can rest assured that its quality is unquestionable. Those familiar with SPY know that we are a supplier committed to providing high-quality products and exceptional service. When it comes to computer embroidery machines, accessories, and consumables, we are undoubtedly the experts. Number 8. Learn about the purchase channels of embroidery thread. The next thing you should consider is how to buy embroidery thread if you have mastered the above knowledge of picking it. There are many avenues, and here are some common ones. 1. Embroidery supply stores. If you are looking to quickly purchase embroidery thread, visiting an offline embroidery supply store is likely your best option. Embroidery supply shops are generally quite easy to find. You can check out the nearby craft markets or local neighborhoods, as these stores typically carry a wide variety of thread brands and types. The in-store shopping experience is invaluable because it allows you to examine the threads in person and get recommendations from a knowledgeable expert like the shopkeeper. 2. Online shopping platform. If you are not so eager to get the embroidery thread, then online shopping platform is also a good channel to buy. Currently, there are many merchants selling embroidery threads, such as Alibaba, Amazon, and eBay, etc. You can search for keywords to find the embroidery threads you want. On online platforms, you can easily search for a wide variety of embroidery thread brands, types, and colors, offering a more expensive selection without the need to physically visit multiple stores. The open pricing on e-commerce platforms fosters fierce competition among sellers, often leading them to provide discounts to attract customers. As a result, purchasing embroidery threads online tends to be more cost-effective, and the user reviews available on these online shopping platforms can help you gain a more comprehensive understanding of particular thread before making the purchase. Number 9. Consider the price of embroidery thread. The price of embroidery thread can be affected by a variety of factors such as brand, material, and specification. Generally speaking, the following types of embroidery thread will be more expensive. 1. Premium brand embroidery thread. The price of embroidery thread from premium brands is not cheap. The premise is that it is genuine. The vast majority of premium brand products will be more rigorous than the average brand products in terms of quality, craftsmanship, material selection, etc. So very often the premium brand is also a kind of quality assurance. But one thing to keep in mind is that not all premium brand products necessarily offer the best value for money. This requires you to carefully evaluate and judge. 2. Threads made of special materials. Some embroidery threads will be more expensive because they are made of rare or unique materials, such as gold and silver threads, natural silk threads, and so on. It is also because of their special materials, so it will come with a kind of noble and gorgeous embroidery effect. 3. Special crafted threads in addition. Some embroidery threads with special processes will be more expensive, such as color-changing threads and glow-in-the-dark threads. The production process of these embroidery threads will be more complicated than ordinary threads, so it will also be more time-consuming and labor-intensive. Here's what you need to be aware of. While overly cheap embroidery thread is often problematic, but expensive embroidery thread doesn't mean good quality. So don't blindly judge embroidery thread based on their price. When shopping for embroidery threads, be sure to keep your embroidery project in mind. Select the threads that will help you achieve the look and the feel you want for your stitching. Choose the thread type, thickness, and the finish that will best complement your designs. This will ensure your embroidery turns out beautifully. Alright, that's it for this video. With the tips we covered, I'm sure you'll be able to easily find the perfect thread to make your stitching a total breeze. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it around. And if you have any other questions pop up, just leave them in the comments below. We're always here and happy to help however we can. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. See you next time.